Hey everyone, just doing a little bit of a quick video here. We'll kind of see what secrets the old tractor's holding back on us. So we got her stripped down pretty good. Fenders are off it. I was out here last night messing with it. I got it inside finally. Well, excuse the light. The light isn't very good in there. I got to rig up some more lights, but it's raining out. But I'm gonna kick the door open here shortly. But I got that 3-point hitch all freed up, so that's nice. Looking pretty good. Not exactly sure inside yet. I haven't pulled that top cover. Just basically washed it down. Just working on different things to get it freed up. And I'm going to drop the base out of her. I haven't got it freed up just yet. I'm not 100% certain that she hasn't thrown a rod. You can look at that. It's a pretty nasty hole in the sleeve. So that's about the width of a rod. Yeah. I'm not sure. Hey, we're going to pull the base off it, and then I can work at it a little bit more and see. So I found a few engines, the 354 Perkins. Basically kind of the same setup. Only difference I have is this mechanism that bolts down here on the side of it is different on some of the older blocks, so I have to be quite careful what block you find. So far that's what I'm finding, but I haven't really been up close to one, just going by different pictures and things, and but I know where there's a real nice engine out of an older Massey with a turbo on it, but I could get quite cheap. It's just a matter of if it don't work, then there isn't much point. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I say that till I take that cover off and kind of explore what's in there and what the reason behind that cover is. I can't really say for sure. Just how it is. It looks like some sort of a coupler on that hydraulic pump. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. Just keep soaking her down. Just cleaned up some of the rust with Immercloth. She's a long ways to go, but it's not going to make a difference now anyways, because if I'm going to fix this one, we're going to put all new sleeves in it anyways. So, yeah. Fun. So I'm going to grab some wrenches and crawl underneath it and start zipping that out. And this is going to be her rest place for quite a while. This on this side of the garage, I don't really do anything over here, so just kind of work away at it when we can, and then we'll see. We get the base off it, see what the crank looks like, pull some bearings out, and if the crank's good and the block's good, well, it's worth rebuilding. If it's not, then she's a boat anchor, and you gotta look for a different block or an engine, I guess, to rebuild. But yeah, but I mean, these were a common engine. They had them in all the old combines, and I mean, they're not overly valuable, in my opinion. I mean, there's so many of them around, so a lot of them were going to scrap last year with the price of scrap like it was. All them combines and stuff all cut up. And I could have bought probably 3 of these engines last summer. I guess it was last spring. Anyways, like $500, for a running combine engine. So, people get talking $6,000 out of some of these junk tractors. Oh yeah, if you can get it, you get it. But to me, they're not a $6,000 engine. Yeah, and I mean the parts for them are cheap anyways. They don't cost a lot to rebuild them. So we'll see. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves and get excited, but it's one of them things that I keep saying I'm not going to touch it, and then I find myself out here turning wrenches. So I just want to get it to the point that I know what I need to do to it, or what it needs, and then we'll go from there, right? And then they could set. I was on Amazon, Jumpins, they have all kinds of aftermarket parts, like all the cables, mass cylinders, pre-cleaners, all kinds of things that they didn't have, years ago when I was looking up parts for them. So, yeah, there's probably a cheaper part, but I don't know, they're cheap. I mean, the last time I bought emergency brake cables for my 375, they're like $190 a piece, and they're like $26 now. So, take it from there. No doubt there's going to be some difference in them, but all depends what you're looking for. So, anyhow, we'll get back at you once we pull the base down out of it. All right, we're down underneath here and get a nice look at it. These bolts here are probably the most miserable thing I've ever seen, but I had to unhook that tie rod, unhook the cylinder, which I'm going to end up taking that off, rebuilding it anyways. Look at that nice mess there. So if we do anything with it, we'll have to replace all that anyways. So yeah. Nothing ever comes easy. You know it is. Anyway, I got a 6-foot strong bar here. Once I get everything out of the way, then I was able to break them free. Now they can almost turn with your hands, which is cool. So, yeah. Just like anything we do. So, matter of running all these bolts all out. Some down in here. I don't know if there's anything hidden in here or not. Probably. Oh, of course there is. Yep. Nice long. Wasn't there? Yeah, of course there is. Well, that's basically made so they want you to pull that front X right off. I don't want to pull the front X off because that's my stand. So we're gonna improvise a little bit, but anyhow, I think it'll come out all right. And just take the bolts all out, and then try to pull the pan off. So if not, then we got to go a little further. But that's kind of what my goal is today. I wasn't really figured on the bolts in there, but it is what she is, as I say. So yeah. Oh, I got a little stubby wrench I can get in there with. Not a problem. Just how it goes. I think there's one, and then the other one, I never put one on, so somebody's already been at it this way. So, take these bolts out here, down in there, and she should come right off. And we can get a nice peekaboo at her. Oh, yeah, stay tuned. Okay, we got our teeter in here right now. I just left 2 bolts in it. Hold my knee up under it. Let's see if we can get it wrong. I just left a bolt on each side. That was one. Okay, there's 2. Here we are. We got it off. Thing's heavier than it looks, actually, but it's surprising. You can't really tell this gunk here that settled to the bottom. Most of that's just from the old water and stuff. It's actually quite clean up in here. Pretty impressed. No broken rod. Cam looks good. Let's oil it down, spray it down some. But yeah, getting it on C's, that's going to be my issue. But I keep spraying her down how I can get it underneath here. This is the broken one here. So you can see how rusty that was. So that, oh shoot, there's, I can't see all the rust in there. Yeah, it's hard to believe that actually filled with that much water and froze and broke that liner. I was expecting a rod to be hanging right out of it. It's not. So, yeah, start cleaning up all this gunk here. But I got one of those blow guns. I clean it out with diesel fuel. Blow it all up in there, clean it out good. So, sump, like, surprising, has much crap that's inside of it and water. It actually looks pretty good. What doesn't help me explain what actually happened to it. I don't understand it. So, there's no way that, I mean, that liner shouldn't have broke like that. But it's as rusty as it is at the bottom, it's obvious it's water down in there. But that's quite a blowout. Let's leave. So, we're at that point now. We just got to kind of decide what we want to do with her. Truthfully, I think I'm going to rebuild her. I don't know, just one of them things. It's here, it's not really bothering anything, kind of work away at it. I'll put a kit in it this summer, get it running, and then start finding all my pieces, sheet metal and stuff. Yeah, it's got a good block until I pull the bearings out and look at the crank. You know, pretty sure it's good though. But as clean as it is underneath there, it's just that goop. But that's just from years of trashy oil and everything. I'd rather just pull the jugs out and put new ones in, just in-frame kit. Head looks okay. I probably won't even touch the head. I'll just put her on, or I don't know. We'll see how far I want to go. But with injectors in her, maybe do the injectors and pump. See how she goes. But it actually really wasn't that dirty of an engine. Yeah, she just had a hard life. So, I think she's worth fixing. Biggest trouble is trying to find, I found everything pretty well that I'm looking for, other than fenders are going to be a little harder for me to outsource, try to find a good set of fenders. But I'm going to go to Ontario this fall, and that's my goal. Just kind of go to a couple of them places and strip the parts I want, get them on a pallet, and tell them to send her east. And I'm going to fly out, just get a car, rent a car, and go. So we got some things we're doing out there. So anyways, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And then get it running, and then just work away at it, paint it up, find the wiring harness. So I find a scrap tractor, and I get out there and take a wiring harness. Nice to get everything working-ish. I mean, the gauges that are in it, I'm not too worried about that, but I mean, I like the fuel gauge working, and charge light. I like it all working back the way it was, but I can't do anything but the holes that are already in it unless I want to spend a whole bunch more time. So, be nice to have it going again. But I think we can make it reasonable, you know. So that's where we're gonna be. Anyways, I'm gonna I'll do a little update when I pull some caps off it. But right now I'm just gonna pick stuff up. I got other things to do today, so we'll talk at you later.